Cycling across Germany is our final test. Can we make up with motivation what we lack in experience?
We are Arev and Matthias, and in this episode we will take you with us on week 1 of our amazing world bike tour.
Amazing? Well, see for yourself.
As you might remember, after cycling over 90 kilometers on the first day, we had just arrived in Rottenburg-Wümme, tired and late in the evening.
Just spent a very nice evening with our first warm showers host Lutz. He did some cooking and then we did some guitar playing, singing. Yep, it got a little late, as we had a great time with Lutz. Though he had not yet been on a big bicycle tour himself, that did not stop him from inviting many other cyclists into his home. It is always exciting to get to know someone. And it seems like Wormshaus is a fantastic way to meet people with a great attitude. After all, they like cycling.
While it takes some effort using a platform like this, we loved it and will definitely do it again. After a short but restful night on a comfy couch, we shared a nutritious breakfast together and swung ourselves back on the saddle.
Our general idea is to follow the Weser River south for the coming days. Our time frame to reach Freiburg is about 2 weeks, as we would like some time to spend with friends and family. We will need to cover close to 1,000 kilometers in total, roughly 80 kilometers every day, or even more if we want to take some breaks along our way.
As you probably know from our last episode, we are not exactly in a good shape, so hugging rivers and avoiding mountains is kind of a necessity for us.
We made it to the Weser. And the Weserradweg, one of Germany's many long-distance cycling routes, stretches over 500 kilometers. It follows the river from Hannover-Schmünden all the way to Cuxhaven at the North Sea, but we will follow it the opposite direction. Apparently, it is also one of the most popular ones, and it's easy to understand why. It passes a lot of picturesque landscapes, is rather flat, continuously paved, and keeps a healthy distance to busy roads.
Even though Germany is quite a car country, many people enjoy cycling, at least as a leisure activity. Right now, in the second half of July, it's very busy. Oh, Entschuldigung. That is why I was sometimes afraid to cause an accident. Our fully loaded bikes are pretty wide, and as a beginner cyclist, I need even more space. So, when we pass other cyclists, it's super stressful for me, especially if they carry panniers as well or shoot past me on super fast e-bikes.
Nach Süden geht. Nach Süden hier Weserradweg funktioniert, weil hier so ein Schild steht, irgendwas ist gesperrt.
Müsste sein, ich fahre dann auf den Weserradweg und umgekehrt.
Ja.
Also, ist auf dem richtigen Weg.
Danke.
But meeting plenty other cyclists has also many advantages. You will not get lost easily, and if you would need help, it is easy to find someone. Also, you don't have to search for a long time to find a nice place for a comfortable break.
Hier ist schön.
All along the river there are wooden benches and tables where hungry and tired cyclists can sit, listen to the river, the birds, and enjoy a simple meal. Furthermore, there are many official campgrounds as well.
End of normales Leben, normal life, and here begins the camping class.
We're two bicycles to the left. So I think we will stay here. This is a really nice place with a table and this nice lake. And it's really easy because there is nobody here for the registration. So this is the information desk. Here are the prices and you just write your name and throw the money here. Really not complicated. I love this system. Oh, they even have their pen. Yeah, great. Have you forgotten anything?
Oh, my bike.
Really beautiful. And this is the first time I have a trip in northern Germany, and I'm really fascinated how green it is here, and yeah, that they take care of nature so much. It's really nice here. Matthias, we can put the tent here, then we don't get very much sun.
And
In the
tent
morning.
will be very wet.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I mean, we want to get up early anyway.
Let's put the tent. Good morning.
Morning.
Matthias, what are you up to?
I'm trying to get our batteries charged. Apparently this one just got charged. That's very good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reach the 200 kilometer mark today. Maybe even more. Like if we're really good, we could do 250. But
Yeah. Let's try that.
I slept too long. I was lazy in the morning. My wife was angry with me. Now I have to make up for it.
What is the next stop?
Next stop is that we
Post
get
station.
rid of the station to get rid of some stuff. So we have a little, not just a little. Basically,
Yeah,
we get
actually
rid of
one
the,
bag full of stuff that we don't need.
One bag full of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So probably 5 kilograms or 3 or 4 kilograms less weight, which will be great, and also more room to stuff things that we.
That we don't need.
No, I mean,
No,
food.
actually, it may be a bit more place for food. Yeah. So we don't have to buy food every day, and then yeah.
And just that the packing goes quicker.
Yeah. Tschüss.
What do we need? One of the big questions in the beginning of any journey, or maybe even in life. Most of the time we buy things to make our life more comfortable. Obviously, it is not just about things. But right now, making our lives easier means less. Of course, we read some guides that pointed out the stuff that you need on a bike tour. While packing our gear, we already knew in theory that less is more. But bringing certain items gave us an illusion of security, and at the time, that was a big need too.
Long story short, we packed too much, and that was a rookie mistake.
One important note. We had been living together in a one-room apartment for years, and though we had figured out our life together pretty well, turns out when you put your way of life upside down, you face a considerable amount of potential and actual disagreements in your partnership as well.
Things we sent home: about 4 kilograms of clothing, sanitary products, and equipment that seemed critical to our survival just 3 days ago. And yet, suddenly they turned out to be a heavy annoyance at best. Our comfort zone starts to shift. Getting rid of stuff feels great, not only while on the bicycle.
Aus Hamburg. Ja. Ja. Und dann haben wir noch ein bisschen was vor uns. Und danach einmal um die Welt. Das ist genau der Generaltest sozusagen. In the evening of day 3, we reached Minden. Since our first experience being hosted went so well, we thought we would do it again.
So we found a nice host, the warm showers, but we need to do a COVID test before we go to him. So now we are at the test center.
We are outside in the fresh air most of the time, but how goes the saying, better safe than sorry.
Und nun, wohin?
Einmal die Bier bitte. Ja. Dankeschön. Wie weit habt ihr schon geschafft mit dem Fahrrad?
236 Kilometer.
Waren Sie schlecht, seit wann seid ihr unterwegs?
Vorgestern Hamburg losgefahren. Ja, wir sind auch ganz schön am Limit körperlich schon.
Ja, das ist glaube ich.
Wir sind noch nicht im Training, der Popo tut sehr weh, genau.
Die fahren jetzt quer, sehen Sie die Hängebrücke dort?
Ja.
Da fahren Sie rüber.
Ah, okay, super. Danke. So this is the city Minden, and our next stop is in an Italian restaurant where our host is waiting for us. He is actually having dinner with a friend, and everything was very spontaneous today. So we are also invited to this dinner. So I think now we are going to have a dinner and then take a shower.
So, good morning. We are starting in day 4. We just left Minden, where we had a great night with Norbert and Iris, our warm shower hosts. And we are about to enter Porta Westfalica. Oh dear. How are you feeling today?
I'm actually still fine, and my muscles and my butt are fine, but I'm a bit hungry.
Hungry, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, we just had breakfast, but yeah, maybe it's the cycling, you know, that we are very hungry people.
Yes.
So first task of the day will be finding a supermarket here in Porta Westfalica, which we are about to enter, and yeah, get some supplies for the day, the journey ahead. Oh, we are hitting 245 kilometers total from the Hafen City to where we are right now. We will cross 300 at least today, and then we will see what our butt situation is and everything. So.
We continue our journey. The villages here are beautiful, green, quiet and clean. The conditions are perfect. Sunny, warm and long summer days are just what we need to get to Freiburg in time. But we start to feel some fatigue and have to make more and more short breaks.
Right now we are licking our wounds in Minden.
Minden?
I think so, not? I think this is Minden.
Huh? We were in Minden this night.
What is this? Okay, it's a bigger city anyways. It's on the Weser. I don't know, maybe it's not Minden.
No, it's
Anyhow,
not Minden.
we have 30 kilometers more to go to our camping site, and right now I'm not really sure if we can make it. We have a lot of pain, are tired. Tomorrow we really need to do a very slow, easy day.
Even though we kind of realized on the very first day that we should pay more attention to our physical limits, we are still determined to reach our goal. The pressure is definitely there. If we can't even make it to Freiburg in 2 weeks, how are we going to cycle around the world? We have to make it. This is so easy in comparison. We don't speak about it openly, but it is what keeps us pushing.
The 300 kilometer mark.
Yoo-hoo!
I guess this should by now officially be our longest tour so far.
Yeah, so and this is the 1/3 of our planned route.
Our longest tour so far had been last summer at the Baltic Sea, where we did close to 200 kilometers in 3 days. Since then we barely cycled, but that is no excuse.
Danke, euch auch. Ja.
We are excited to get further and further. For years we have been saving up for this. Now that we are so close to the big journey, we can't give up just because we are tired or have some pain.
So now we are not that far from the camping site, but the first thing we should go to the supermarket to buy some food. I have the feeling that we didn't do anything today.
Sure, we have to take it much slower now. Our bodies demand frequent breaks. We rarely manage to ride for a whole hour at a time, but back, wrist, neck, knee, basically everything hurts. First news of the day. It's Arv's birthday, which I totally not forgot, because yesterday we had to check in, or I had to check in at this camping site, and they wanted to know the birthday of my wife, and I figured, oh,
Really?
that's in a couple of hours. But at least she had a very good sleep. I tried to be very nice husband today. Where are we? We are in Beverungen, still
when
at the
I'm there with
Weser.
you, I hope that you will be a very nice husband every day.
Oh, okay. Well, what can you do? What can you do? So we are still at the Weser River. We'll continue upwards, but we will leave it very soon because we decided to make a little shortcut to get to Kassel. 25 kilometers less way ahead of us, which will be a little bit more, hilly, obviously. Also, we learned that Arv's, I don't know what is this called, well, where the bandages are, basically here in the back. In the back, she has pain, and we figured it's because I put her saddle too high. When the saddle is too high, she has to stretch the tip of the foot too much when the pedal is at the down position. So this is why she has pain
Which you did
there.
without
My mistake again. Yeah. So we lowered the saddle, and hopefully this will make things a little bit better. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll soon start. We got up early this morning for the first time, so we'll be able to leave, what is it now, maybe 9:30, which is about 2 hours or more than we ever managed to do so far. So
that's not true.
almost.
Once we did at 10.
Yeah.
We started at 10.
Yeah, that was a good day. Today is even better day, not only because it's her birthday, also because we start very, very early. So yeah, tag along.
Me! 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 Me!
After following the river for 4 days, we turn southwest towards Kassel on day 6.
Woohoo! Viel Spaß!
Our previous tours had been limited to mostly flat terrain. Therefore, the first climbs present us with new challenges. At the start, I weighed just under 100 kilograms. My bike comes to almost 20 kilograms empty, plus the luggage, food and water. We didn't weigh it, but all in all probably over 150 kilograms, certainly more than Arv. As a result, she pulls away with ease on every climb, making fun of me in the process.
I'm done.
We have a hard corner down there to the right.
While the first hills are quite hard for us, there are of course some nice side effects to riding cross-country. It is a welcome change to get unleashed from the river, and after a tedious climb, the following descent is almost effortless. It is a fantastic feeling when we blast through the countryside. The wind whirls around our heads and dries off the sweat at the same time. In these moments, everything is just amazing.
Day 6 of our journey, we have slight headwind for the first time, which I can tell already doesn't make fun at all. Yeah, we have another 26 kilometers to Kassel, so that's a good thing, but I'm really struggling today. I have a little pain in my right knee, so yeah, I think some rest is desperately needed. Hopefully we get some today. Arrive early, not at 8 or 9 in the evening. And yeah, maybe you need to plan ahead, because in 2 days approximately we'll hit mountains, like real mountains, with more than 1,200 meters elevation, and with that baggage I'm not really looking forward to that, to be honest. We'll see. So, how are you feeling today?
As you can see from my face and from my feet, I think.
Swollen ankles.
Swollen, yeah.
I think we desperately need a break. At least one day, no cycling. 6th day now. Actually 420 kilometers since Hamburg. We'll do another 15 today, so 435, which is about half of the distance towards Offenburg, where we going to visit my parents. Yeah, I think we deserved a break. Let's see. We are closing in on Kassel. Off camera, we just started to consider our options. It's clear to us that we can't continue tomorrow. We are now even discussing whether we should take the regional train for part of our remaining journey. Maybe from Kassel to Mannheim, where we want to visit a good friend. But just thinking about that feels like self-deception and failure. But yeah, it's still the same day, and it's actually raining a little bit. Refreshing, not bad. Yeah, and we are so tired that we can only go a couple of kilometers, and then we already need another break. So we are still, I believe, half an hour away. Rest here a little bit, and then we'll meet our third warm shower spot, Dani. We still don't know if we put a tent up in his garden or if maybe a room is free in his flat, but we will see. And hopefully we'll celebrate a little bit on his birthday.
Echt? brauche gut Zeit.
That was the first week of our not yet so amazing, not yet quite around the world bike tour. Will we end up taking the train, or can we rest at our host Denny's and his flatmate's place? And would that be enough for our bodies to recover from the unfamiliar strain of the past days? Or do we have to abandon our dream before it has even begun?
Thanks to all of our subscribers. We are overwhelmed by your feedback for our first episode.
Thumbs up, it gives us extra motivation to keep going and do the editing.
Oh, the editing feels like cycling on sand.
Anyhow, if you liked our video and have not yet subscribed to our channel, it's just one more click. You won't even sweat like us. Give the bell a swing too and you will get a little notification to be one of the first to see our next video.
That would be amazing! Thanks for staying with us till the end.
And may the wind be in your back.
Great day.